You didn't ask for this. You didn't sign a contract. You didn't check a box that said, I accept the terms and conditions of life. One day, you were peacefully non-existent. You were floating in the eternal void of nothingness. Zero pain, zero worry, zero taxes. And then, snap! You were ripped out of the void and thrown into a cold, loud, and confusing world. You were handed a body that gets sick, a heart that breaks, and a brain that worries about the future. We call birth a gift. We celebrate birthdays with cake. But deep down, in your darkest moments, have you ever wondered, was this really a gift, or was it a sentence? Would it have been better if you had simply never been? Philosopher David Benatar calls this the asymmetry argument. It goes like this: pain is bad, pleasure is good. Simple, right? But here is the catch. If you exist, you feel pain, bad, and pleasure, good. If you don't exist, you feel no pain, which is good. But, and this is crucial, you also feel no pleasure. Is that bad? No, because there is nobody there to miss the pleasure. The unborn aren't floating in space crying because they didn't get to eat pizza. They don't care. So, non-existence has no downsides. Existence, however, guarantees suffering. Mathematically, never being born is the safer bet. Animals suffer, but they don't know they suffer in the way we do. A zebra doesn't have anxiety about retirement. A dog doesn't worry about its legacy. Human consciousness is a double-edged sword. We are the only species that knows we are going to die. We are smart enough to understand the universe, but not smart enough to understand why we are in it. This high-level awareness creates a unique type of torture: existential dread. We are over-evolved. We have too much RAM for the software we are running. So why do we keep going? Why do we have children? Because we are programmed to lie to ourselves. Psychologists call it the optimism bias, or the Pollyanna principle. We systematically overestimate our future happiness and underestimate our future suffering. It will get better. Everything happens for a reason. These aren't truths. These are survival mechanisms. If we saw reality clearly, if we truly felt the weight of all the sickness, loss, and death waiting for us, we wouldn't get out of bed. Delusion is the fuel of life. You think you want a family? You think you want a legacy? Or does your DNA want it? Richard Dawkins coined the selfish gene. Your genes don't care if you are happy. They don't care if you are fulfilled. They only care about one thing: replication. They will make you fall in love, struggle, work, and suffer just to pass themselves to the next generation. You are a vehicle, a disposable container for a molecule that wants to live forever. The driver isn't you, it's biology. Close your eyes. Try to remember the year 1800. Where were you? Were you in pain? Were you lonely? Were you stressed about money? No, you were nowhere. Mark Twain said, "I do not fear death. I had been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born and had not suffered the slightest inconvenience from it." Non-existence is not scary. It is the ultimate peace. It is the only state where nothing can hurt you. So, being born is actually an interruption of your peace. This brings us to a controversial ethical point: consent. In every other aspect of life, doing something to someone without their consent is a crime. But the biggest thing of all, creating a life, is done without permission. We force sentient beings into a world filled with cancer, war, and heartbreak. We call it giving life. But maybe, if we could ask the unborn soul, "Do you want to take the risk?" they might say, "No thanks, I'll stay in the void." We are all kidnapped into existence. Schopenhauer described life as a pendulum swinging between pain and boredom. When you don't have what you want, you feel pain. When you finally get what you want, you feel boredom. You work hard to buy the car. Pain. You get the car. You are happy for 3 days. Then, boredom. You want a new car. Satisfaction is fleeting. Suffering is persistent. The game is rigged so that you can never truly win. You can only keep playing until you die. Okay, everything I just said is logical. It is rational. It is true. By all metrics, it would have been easier to never be born. But easy is not the same as better. Sitting on a couch is easier than climbing Mount Everest. But nobody writes books about sitting on a couch. Yes, non-existence is safe, but it is also boring. Scientists estimate the probability of you being born, exactly you, is about 1 in 400 trillion. You have won the most impossible lottery in the universe. Out of the cold, dead, silent matter of the cosmos, you woke up. You are the universe experiencing itself. For a brief, tiny spark of time, you get to feel the sun on your face. You get to taste coffee. You get to hear music. Yes, the price of admission is pain. The price is death. But look at what you get in return. You get to be. Albert Camus knew that life was meaningless and painful. He called it the absurd. But he didn't choose suicide. He chose rebellion. He imagined Sisyphus, the man cursed to roll a rock up a hill forever. Camus said, "We must imagine Sisyphus happy." Why? Because the struggle is the meaning. By accepting the pain and living anyway, you are spitting in the face of the universe. You are saying, yes, it hurts, and I am going to do it anyway. That is the ultimate flex. Pain isn't just a defect, it's a proof of life. A stone feels no pain. A ghost feels no heartbreak. Only the living get to suffer. Your anxiety, your sadness, your grief, they are reminders that you are in the game. You aren't in the void anymore. Embrace the full spectrum. Don't just chase the highs, respect the lows. They are part of the texture of existence. Life has no inherent meaning. Antinatalists stop there and get depressed. Existentialists take it one step further. Since there is no meaning, I am free to create my own. You are the author of this chaotic book. It doesn't matter if the book ends in death. What matters is the story you write on the pages in between. You are here. You might as well make it interesting. Nietzsche's formula for greatness was amor fati, love your fate. Not just bearing it, not just tolerating it, loving it. Love the pain, love the mistakes, love the fact that you were ripped from the void and thrown into this mess. Because without all of it, you wouldn't be you. To wish you were never born is to reject the miracle of your own consciousness. Don't reject it, own it. Here is your challenge. It is a thought experiment from Nietzsche called the eternal recurrence. Imagine a demon comes to you tonight and says, "This life, as you live it now and have lived it, you will have to live once more and innumerable times more. Every pain, every joy, every boring Tuesday, every tear, repeated forever. Exact same sequence." Would you throw yourself down and curse the demon? Or would you say, "Yes, bring it on"? If the answer is no, then change your life today so that the answer becomes yes. Live a life you would be willing to repeat for eternity. Because you are already here. You might as well play to win. Today we discussed that coming to this world was not our choice. We are here. We are trapped. But here is the truly terrifying question. Who is the person really living this life? You think you know your name, your favorite color, your character. You are wrong. You are living with a stranger. In the next video, I will prove that what you call self is just a cowardly mask. You think you are a good or calm person, but you haven't met disaster yet. If you have the courage to rip off that mask and meet the true face underneath, turn on your notifications. Because in the next video, you will realize you don't know yourself at all. See you.